Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain about the fifth chapter. We can successfully completed the 4 chapters and now enter into a fifth chapter, that is Imperial Guptas. What is our topic today? Imperial Guptas. This is one of the most important topic in our ancient Indian history. One essay type question or one short question is coming to this lesson in annual examination. So that's why it is very most important topic in the view of examination. Who were Guptas and when they were ruled this country, and what type of sources are most useful to the study of Guptas? Here, firstly, the Guptas are ruled between 320 to 480, and Guptas are the most powerful rulers of the contemporary period. After the Mauryans, Guptas are the most powerful leaders and most powerful kingdom, Gupta kingdom. Under the administration of Guptan rulers, all sectors are developed in peak stage. That's why the historians tells Gupta's age was golden era or golden age. Why? Because all sectors are developed in huge level. So anyway, some of the most important source of the Guptan period is two inscriptions are most important to the useful of the study of Guptan period. They are, one is Samudra Gupta's Allahabad inscription and Udayagiri inscriptions. These two inscriptions are most useful to the study of Guptan period. Especially the Allahabad inscription was composed by Harisena. Harisena was in the court of Samudragupta. In that, he mentioned about the total achievements and innovations of the Samudragupta. And also, he indicate about the able and greatness of Samudragupta. And Varahamihira's Bruhad Samhita, the famous poet Kalidasa, Kumara Sambhavam, Megha Sandesham, or tells about the contemporary information of the Guptan period. Especially they were wrote the social and economic, religion and culture and traditions of the Guptan period in their accounts. And one more account, foreign account. Pahian wrote Fokoku. That is also one of the most important foreign account, tells about the information of the Guptan period. So these are the most important main source of the Guptas. Okay, students. Now I am explain about the political history of the Guptas. Here, the first one is Chandragupta or Modati Chandragupta, one Chandragupta. His ruling time is 319 to 335. Actually, who founded the Guptan dynasty, Gatotkacha actually. Some of the historians says Sri Gupta was started this family or started this dynasty. Sri Gupta's son was Gatotkacha and Gatotkacha's son was Chandragupta I. During the period of Chandragupta I, the Guptan kingdom came to sovereignty and he ruled sovereignty. That's why I says he was the real founder of the Guptan kingdom, who is Chandragupta I. Actually, Sri Gupta was the founder of Guptan period, but under his time, during his time, the glory of Gupta was extended over North India. Here, I mentioned some key points about Chandragupta's life story. He was the son of Gatotkacha and he ruled 319 to 335 CE. And he had a great title. What is that? Maharajadi Raja. Maharajadi Raja was the title of the Chandragupta I. He maintained a matrimonial relations with Lichavi families. Lichavis are very strong sect. He married the princess of Lichavi family, Kumara Devi. His wife Kumara Devi, he belongs to Lichavi family. They were very strong and bravest sect. So the elf of Lichavis were to the Chandragupta I, and he conquered the territories from Gangetic Valley to Prayaga. So during his invades, the total Gangetic Valley was under control by Chandragupta I. Especially Saketa, Ayodhya, Prayaga are joined in the kingdom of Guptas during Chandragupta I, and he ruled from Pataliputra. Pataliputra was the capital of Chandragupta I. So in the year of 335, he was died. And after the death of Chandragupta I, his son Samudragupta came to the throne and he ascended the throne of Guptan. He ruled between 335 to 380 CE. Nearly approximately half decade was he ruled. Who is he? He was the son of Chandragupta I. He was a great ruler and he was very powerful and he was a great warrior and he was a great able administrator. Okay? He was a bravest person. His epigraphy composed by Harisena, that is Allahabad inscription. The Allahabad inscription composed by Harisena. This inscription gives most information about Samudragupta. This is a valuable account of the information of Samudragupta. According to Allahabad inscription, he defeated a number of rulers in North India and southern part of India. A number of rulers were agreed the sovereignty of Samudragupta. This information clearly indicated in Allahabad inscription. In that, he defeated Nagadatta, Chandravarma, Balavarma, Ghanapati, Nagulu, Senanaga and Achyutanaga. These are all belongs to northern kings and kingdoms. they were all defeated by the Samudragupta. And also they were agreed the sovereignty of Samudragupta. And Achitra, Mudura and Padmavati kingdoms also attacked by Samudragupta, and these kingdoms are merged in Guptan dynasty. And South Indian invades, especially in South Indian rulers were, a number of rulers were defeated by Samudragupta. In that the Mahendra Varma, Vyagarazu, Mahendra, Swamidasta, Hastivarma, he belongs to Vengi king, and Ugrasena, Vishnugupta, these are all South Indian rulers were defeated by Samudragupta and also agreed the sovereignty of the Samudragupta. And Assam Gangetic Valley also invaded by Samudragupta. That's why the total Indian territories was under control. A number of regions were occupied by the Samudragupta. That's why the Indian historians says they were gives a title, that is Indian Napoleon. What is that? Indian Napoleon was the title of Samudragupta. He was not only a able administrator, but also he patrons of letters, and he patrons of a number of poets and scholars. That's why he assumed the title like Kaviraju. Kaviraju was his title. And also he followed religious tolerance, and he also maintained a good relations with Sri Lankan rulers. From the Sri Lankan region, a number of Buddhist monks came to the court of Samudragupta. A number of Buddhist monks visited the kingdom of Samudragupta. That's why he built a number of Buddhist constructions like viharas and aramas for the Ceylon Buddhist monks. That's why he followed a religious tolerance in this region, but he followed Vaishnavism or Hinduism. So this is a brief information about Samudragupta. And next, second Chandragupta. Second Chandragupta was time period is 380 to 414, and he was known as Vikramaditya. Okay, Vikramaditya was the title of second Chandragupta. He ruled 35 years, and he was also a great king, and he was a great poet and patrons of scholars. During his time, a famous poet was lived in the court of second Chandragupta, that is Kalidasa. Kalidasa was live in the court of second Chandragupta, and he wrote a number of kavyas and dramas and novels. In that, Megha Sandesham, Raghuvamsham was a most famous. Their accounts are most useful to the study of the contemporary period of the Samudragupta, and also gives a valuable information about Guptan administration. And famous Buddhist or traveler, Chinese traveler, was visited in the court of second Chandragupta, that is Pahiyan. Pahiyan was the first Buddhist monk who came to India from China. చైనా నుంచి వచ్చినటువంటి బౌద్ధ మత యాత్రికులలో he was the first person. He wrote Fokoku. In that he mentioned a valuable information about Guptas, and also he mentioned about the social and religious conditions of the Guptan period. So this is a valuable information. So this is a brief information about Second Chandragupta. After the death of Second Chandragupta, Kumaragupta and Skandagupta was ruled this region. They were great rulers, but the famous cruel sect, the Hunas, were invaded on the Guptan kingdoms. They were continuously invaded on Guptan dynasty. By the invaders of the Hunas, the Guptan army was weakened. The Guptan ruler's power was weakened. That's why as soon as possible it is declined. So this is a brief information about the political history of Guptas. And tomorrow we shall discuss about the administration of the Guptas. What type of administration should be followed by the Guptan rulers? This type of information can be discussed in next video.